I've got a ginormous pile of spring and summer gear on the floor next to me. Coming at you with some new spring and summer gear from Alpinestars, from Reacts, from Sedici, from Revit. I've got all these different brands that I want to show you. This whole gear category is focusing on light, breezy, easy to ride with things in the summer. Of course, I'll be wearing the ladies versions, but for the guys out there, there is men's equivalents for every single piece of gear that I'm talking about, and they will also be linked in the description of the video. So fear not, I got you. You guys have more options than us ladies do. So we have a lot to get through. Let's get started. The jacket I'm wearing now, this is the Stella Chrome Super Airflow hoodie. And when they say Super Airflow, Alpinestars means it. Right now it retails for $265 on the Alpinestars website. You get some elbow armor included and some shoulder armor included, and that is it. No back protector, no chest protector or anything like that, but there is a space to add one. Alpinestars makes it pretty easy, so you can add a chest protector and a back protector to it. I would highly recommend you add a back protector to all these lighter, breezier jackets, at least a back protector. The one Alpinestars sells is like $70. I always ride with one. I have two. I don't buy a back protector for every one of my jackets, but I do take it out of whatever jacket I have it in and put it in the jacket I'm riding with that day. Super comfortable. You can see through the hood. You can almost, you can see through the mesh too. So this is a fully mesh jacket with some reinforced points. If you're riding somewhere hot and humid like Florida, this would be a godsend for you. I think it fits pretty true to size. This is a size small, very comfortable fit. And I want to add, all the jackets from Alpinestars are Tech Air compatible, so if you want to add an airbag to them, you absolutely can. Although you could add a Tech Air airbag under or over any jacket really, but I guess they'll probably fit best under Alpinestars jackets. Continuing on with the Alpinestars theme, this is the Stella TSPS V2 jacket. The guys is just called the TSPS version. It's $220. I think this is one of my favorite jackets because of the detailing on it. I do wish it was red instead of pink, but I'll take my wins where I can. There is color. CE level 1 armor in the shoulders and the elbows. I think it fits beautifully on me. It's just as comfortable as the Super Airflow hoodie I just showed you. Again, does not come with a back protector at that $200 price point, but I do have one in it. I have the Nucleon back protector. And just like the Super Airflow hoodie, it also has a space for you to put a chest protector in there as well. And again, it's Tech Air ready. I had to pick between the Super Airflow hoodie and the TSPS jacket. I would pick this one. That's a better value at $220. Still think it looks great. It fits a little bit more tight than the Super Airflow hoodie, but I actually like that in a textile jacket and in a leather jacket. I prefer more of a Euro fit on my gear. Don't know why that is. It feels really on par with the Super Airflow hoodie. If the Super Airflow hoodie airflow was like a 10 out of 10, this would be like an 8.5 out of 10. Still super breezy, super light. And to make a quick comparison between the TSPS jacket and this one by Revit, the Control Air, the Revit Control Air is not as breezy as the Alpinestars TSPS jacket. If the TSPS was an 8.5, this one's like a 7.5. And I still love riding with it in spring. Unlike the Alpinestars one, you do get a removable waterproof liner with this jacket, but that'll cost you $100 more because this one is $320. $329, my bad. Otherwise, you get the same thing, CE level 1 at the elbow and shoulders. No back protector, but I have the one from Revit in here. The fit of the jacket, regardless, is still super nice and comfortable, and I love that it's a full high-vis color. Also kind of matches my bike, the MT-07, so it does come in different colors as well. I wish more women's jackets had bold pops of color. I don't think I'm quite one of those riders that will wear like a bright yellow safety vest, so something like this is great. Plus, ladies, you have very large pockets with this. I would say if you're choosing between this one and the Alpinestars one, if you get stuck in rain, you're stuck in rain. With this one, because it has that waterproof, airproof liner, you can put that on and you won't get as soaked, and it will also keep you a little bit warmer. All right, moving on to another jacket by Revit that I like, but don't necessarily recommend. This one is $200. It's the Eclipse Jacket. They have a version 2 of this, but they haven't fixed the fact that this Velcro is really flimsy on the arms, and when I'm going highway speeds, it will literally just open up. And so it opens up the jacket. At normal riding speeds, it doesn't do that, but just, this is not enough. It's not enough Velcro. When I was looking at the version 2 of the Eclipse in stores, I didn't see that that was fixed. So if you're doing like city riding in a warm climate, the Eclipse jacket might save you some money over the $330 Control Air jacket. But if you're constantly doing highway speeds, I would say get the Alpinestars TSPS one, or get this Revit Control Air jacket, which doesn't have the problem that the Eclipse does. All right, next up we have the ladies jacket by 215 Moto. 215 Moto is local to Philly. You can also get their stuff online. This is the women's Cordura and mesh sport jacket. Coming in at $160, this one's the best value. I say that because unlike the Revit and the Alpinestars jacket, this one actually comes with a CE level 1 back protector, something that usually you don't see. You get CE level 1 armor at the elbows and the shoulders again. You get reflective detailing. There's adjustability here at the sides. I'm wearing a size small. I think compared to the Alpinestars and the Revit ones, this one fits a little bit more loose, more of a relaxed fit. So if you have a bigger chest than I do, this is probably the way to go. I was riding with this jacket on a little bit of a colder day and I felt really good in it because it's versatile in the fact that it comes with an actual like thermal liner. So this will actually keep you pretty warm. Now you obviously can zip it, take it all out, and then it becomes just more like a standard mesh jacket. So again, one of these useful jackets if you're running hot in the beginning of the ride and then colder at night when you're heading back or whatever. This is like a perfect jacket to have. I would say this is spring, summer, and early autumn. I guess depends on where you're living, but here in Pennsylvania, I think this would be the first one that I would say you can wear this in early autumn as well. Definitely not a winter riding jacket, but semi 3-season jacket. So if you want to support a local company, if you like this type of fit, check out 215 Moto. Of course, I will leave the men's version linked as well in the description. All right, next up, the Reax Alta 2. $150. Its closest competition is the Alpinestars TSPS jacket. The fit between that one and this one is pretty similar, although this feels just a little bit more heavy. There's just something more form-fitting about the Alpinestars one because it feels a little bit less bulky. It feels a little bit more molded to me. This has adjustable waist straps here, and again, a Velcro strap at the bottom here where you can also make it tighter, but I think the fit as is right here is pretty good. I'm wearing a size small. I think what makes this jacket stand out is that you actually get CE level 2 elbow and shoulder protection. No back protector included. There is a small like foam pad that comes with it, but that foam pad, it's not a back protector. It's just like a little foam pad. So I would take that out and go ahead and put in an actual back protector. This one also comes with a fully removable waterproof liner, just like the Revit Control Air. But unlike the 215 Moto jacket, this one is not like a thermal liner, so it's not going to keep you that warm. In terms of airflow, it's got a good amount. Obviously, if you're wanting to avoid the heat in this, maybe don't get the black color. I think it comes in white too, and maybe one other color. I would say airflow without the liner obviously is like 7. I think also pretty good value for your money. Let's move on to some pants. I don't know if he'll stay on the camera or he'll get in the way. We'll just let him go do his thing. I've been wanting to get my hands on these ones from Alpinestars for at least 2 years now, and I finally got them. These are the Banshee leggings from Alpinestars, and I have the BioFlex hip protectors in them. Ladies, if you're buying riding leggings, I highly recommend you get the hip protectors to go with them. Most of them usually come with knee armor, at least these ones do, but a lot of them don't come with hip protectors, so definitely get that. So just check when you're considering a legging because those will be an extra expense. The Banshee leggings are $265 from Alpinestars, and when it comes to fit, 2 sizes up. If you get a chance to try them in stores, I absolutely would, but if you look at all the ladies reviews, everybody's saying size up, and I wholeheartedly agree with that. These are a size large. Typically, I'm wearing like something a small or a medium. These guys have to be a large. It's even difficult to get the large over my hips because they do like have this waistband that is a little bit narrower than the rest of the pant. So while this area of the pant fits fine, it's getting this waistband up over your butt that is like you're pulling and you're trying not to break the seams or something. That was also the case with my Oxford leggings, which are very old at this point. I had to go like 2 sizes up. But provided you do get the right size, I think they fit comfortably. I think they look nice. They feel pretty protective. The knee armor seems like it's a little bit too low. Like this part of my knee is not covered. The armor starts here on my knee instead of like up here. So I don't know. I just feel like they should have put the knee armor like 1 inch up. But obviously that may be a fit issue because I had to get a size large for them to fit me well. Who knows, maybe if I had gotten a small or a medium, the armor would have been more in the right place. Now to that end, actually, when you do go down on your knee, if you were simulating a crash here, the armor is in the right place. It feels like, yeah, this part of my knee would hit the ground first and it would hit the armor. So maybe they designed it like that on purpose. Who knows? Now Revit also has a similar pair of leggings called the Ellison Skinny Fit. But unlike the Alpinestars Banshee, they don't have Kevlar or Aramid. They're not reinforced. The Sedici Solana leggings. I gotta say, these are a great value for the money because they're $160. And for $160, you do get hip protectors included. And not only do you get hip armor included, it's CE level 2. at the knees as well. So awesome. The armor that you get, it's called the Axial Armor. It's Revzilla's in-house brand. Sedici is now Revzilla's in-house brand as well. These feel like a pretty good legging. You get 3 pockets in here where you can adjust the armor if you need it higher or lower. So that's kind of cool. Pretty much solves the issue I was having with the Banshee leggings, which yes, they only have 1 pocket, so you're not really adjusting that armor anywhere as far as I can tell. Let's try it inside out to be sure though. Yep, only 1 pocket. In terms of fit, they fit nicely. They aren't Kevlar aligned like the Banshee leggings are, so a little bit less protection there, but I don't know, more protection because you get CE level 2 hip armor and knee armor included. So the fit is pretty good. I think just the waistband could be adjusted a little bit. They're stretchy all over, so they fit nicely in the hip area and the butt. They don't scrunch up behind my knee or anything like that. Happy with how they look. Glad that I have the extra protection. The one thing I would recommend with the Axial level 2 protection, if I could get it out of here, get out, is that if you see mine has like a slight curve to it, that's because I kept it like this under my sofa legs for 3 days straight so that it would just mold a little bit better to my hips, because otherwise when you get it, it's a very flat armor. Finish the pants section off with what I would consider to be an overpant. Let's see how well they fit over the Sedici Solana leggings, because I've never worn them before. Overpants, I've only worn them on their own, which is exactly why I think they're an overpant. These are the Stella Troop Air Pants, and Alpinestars isn't kidding when they say air. These get a lot of breeze. You're gonna feel the breeze in places you've never felt it before while you're riding. They're very much a summer pant. They're very breezy, they're very comfortable, and actually, surprisingly, they fit very well over a pair of riding leggings. Although wearing them over a pair of riding leggings, I guess, kind of defeats the purpose of having a very breezy pant. But they look great, and they feel great, and they fit great. But I'm gonna take them off to show you why I would say that these are an overpant, or at least maybe a pair of leggings or something under these leggings. I don't know, some Spanx or something, because they're pretty transparent from the back. So like, I mean, I don't know, I wouldn't be wearing a thong in these. Who knows? Maybe you would be wearing a thong in these. Depends on you. But yeah, I got these in a size large. Size large fits well over the pants. I feel like I could probably also get away with a medium, but after seeing the reviews on the Alpinestars Banshee leggings, I feel like I was a little bit scarred for the sizing, so I was like, I'm gonna just go a size up. But they do fit well. They don't come with hip armor, but there is a pocket to add hip armor. You do get CE level 1 knee armor. And these guys retail for $265. In terms of like spring summer airflow compared to the Banshee leggings and the Sedici Solana leggings, these get a lot more airflow, like 9 out of 10. These ones are like a 7 out of 10, and the Banshee leggings are like a 6.5 out of 10 in terms of airflow. I've never felt this much air in my crotch while riding before, and it felt weird. I gotta admit, it just takes some getting used to. On the plus side, these would be super washable. Let's move on to some shoes and gloves. This is the Fulton Air women's riding shoe. There's this deep, almost blood red color to them with a little bit of a light pink. They actually look quite good. I like the gold accent here. I think the color scheme is really creative. Of course, they also come in black if you're looking for something less colorful. I wore these to a Revzilla bike night a few weeks ago, and they had a mannequin there that had the same shoes on as me, and I thought that was really funny. She actually had the same leggings on as me too. But anyways, to the review part, these are very comfortable to walk in. They have airflow, so they are actually good for riding in warmer weather. It's comfortable to walk in them when you're shifting. There's no weird like spots on your ankle that they're pressing up against. These are well thought out, and the retail price is $160. All right, and I have a pair here from Alpinestars as well. This is the Faster 4. This is the Stella version, so it's the ladies version of the shoe. Also a super comfortable sneaker to ride in and to walk in. The only gripe I have with them, if you can't already hear it, is how squeaky they are. Listen to this. Why are they so squeaky? Let me put the microphone near here and just walk with them so you can. Just the blend of materials that they use in this. Otherwise, they're an extremely comfortable riding shoe. I don't know if these are advertised fully as waterproof because I don't see any air vent holes in them, and they're a little bit warmer to ride in than the Fulton Air riding shoes. Obviously a totally different style. The only air holes I can see that they have is here on the lip, or whatever this part of the shoe is called. It's also this lip that rubs against the different parts of the shoes and makes that squeaky noise, so I don't know, but just something to keep in mind if you're planning on going to meet your date at a quiet cafe or sneak up on your enemies. Otherwise, a very comfortable riding shoe retails for $200. All right, I have 2 pairs of riding gloves that I want to talk about, and I'll save my favorite for last. You'll see why. But these are the Stella Phenom or Phenom gloves. I like these because there is virtually no break-in period with this. Even though they're leather, which is something that never happened before with leather gloves for me, there's always some type of break-in period, but these were comfortable after like 10 minutes of riding. Despite this looking like a super heavy substantial glove. It actually gets a decent amount of airflow, so for that reason I would recommend it in the summer. I'm wearing a size small in these and they fit me like a glove. They fit well, okay, no complaints there. Started to prefer wearing gloves that go a little bit higher up on my wrist. These ones fit that bill. These ones are called the Stella Magress Air Gloves. Or for the guys version, just the Magress. I'm really not sure how to pronounce these names. I'm wearing them in a size small. They retail for $100. Oh my God, the color! Not only do we get color, ladies, we get a gradient. Is that like a fade from yellow to orange to purple? Love to see it. As you can probably tell from their construction, these are very breathable, lightweight summer gloves. There is, again, zero break-in period with these. Actually, even the knuckle protection here, it's not like a block. So very comfortable, reinforced here at the palm. And despite them being lighter weight gloves, they actually fit a little bit over my wrist, just like the other pair does. Oh, these are just so pretty. You know how you go to the nail salon, get your nails on, you're like staring at them? That's what I feel like wearing these gloves. You can get colorful, grippy fingers. Thank you all for watching. Duchess and I will see you in the next one.